Hey, what's good fam? Today, we're jumping into a lit adventure with Lin Luo. He's back in time, ready to level up and kick some serious butt. Battling the Black Emperor, chilling with the Lord of Wishes, and hanging out with Princess Kagwe Lin Luo on a mission in this dark age. Smash that subscribe button and join the ride. A global announcement garners worldwide attention. Soon after, a cryptic warning appears on a stele predicting that mouse-level disasters will occur worldwide once a player achieves his second job advancement and reaches level 20 on Blue Planet. Scientists from 5 significant powers speculate on the meaning of these disasters, pondering if creatures from dungeons and the Tower of Babel might materialize. They launch a search for a player named Dark Emperor. Meanwhile, Lin Luo eagerly watches the Wheel of Destiny, hoping for a favorable outcome. Upon winning, he receives 10 items, including 1 S-level spatial crystal. Despite his less fortunate luck, Lin Luo remains content. He uses the spatial crystal to retrieve items to the real world and enhances its attributes using a reality crystal. Lin Luo then gifts Dark Emperor his mana and life crystals, planning to accumulate more Wheel of Destiny and draw tickets from conquering dungeons and the Tower of Babel to enhance his experience further. Furthermore, he must collect more fragments of fate to trade for items in the shop. Subsequently, he devises a plan to liquidate all unused equipment. After all, the earlier he sells them, the greater their value. In-game currency holds real-world worth in this game, with 1 copper coin valued at approximately $5 to $6 US. Equipment holds even more value. A single piece of black iron-level equipment commands hundreds of gold coins. Upon listing a few items for sale, they swiftly find buyers, yielding 8,400 gold coins. 1 gold coin exchanged for $5 to $600 US is around $5 million. He lightly smacks his forehead in regret, realizing the extent of wealth worldwide. Perhaps he should have listed items individually for a better price, but he harbors no remorse now. Grinding for equipment is now very easy for him. He plans to reach level 20 in the Tower of Babel tonight. By tomorrow, when he exits the tower, the cooldown for his Plunder talent should be over. He can then acquire another S-level talent. He remembers that after the chaotic era began, 3 infamous guilds emerged: Smiling Coffin, Tomb of Nazarick, and 8-Headed Assembly. One of the 8 leaders of 8-Headed Assembly, Rainy Knight with a knife but no umbrella, whose real name is Bai Hongli, and the Bloody Witch and Wrath of the Glacier from Tomb of Nazarick, named Ji Wanying and Liu Jianing respectively, are all S-level talent holders based in Hang City. They are Lin Luo's targets for plundering. After defeating them, Lin Luo plans to head to the City of Sin. The individuals responsible for his and his brother's deaths in his previous life were likely hired freelancers. He intends to uncover their mastermind once he's attended to these pressing matters. Meanwhile, Oxing is posting job ads online in an office. He's the representative of Wulong Mountain Villa in the City of Sin, overseeing operations in Hang City. It's established a legitimate company they're called Brilliant Media. He'll recruit individuals to work for a period and then organize a team-building overseas trip that will ultimately lead them to the City of Sin, where he plans to apprehend them all. The company has already hired over 40 people. They can close the trap with a few more. At this moment, Lin Luo has reached the 11th floor of the Tower of Babel, teeming with skeletal and undead-type monsters. In this tower, only fate fragments are acquired on the first 10 floors, but equipment can be obtained directly from the 10th floor onwards. Lin Luo feels a wave of nostalgia wash over him. In his previous life, he and his brother had spent countless hours here grinding for a skeletal armor set. Setting aside his reminiscence, Lin Luo swiftly issues an attack command. The courageous Dark Emperor charges into the crowd of skeletons, decimating many skeletal soldiers with a flurry of punches. However, unbeknownst to Lin Luo, a level 17 skeleton commander silently advances behind him. Lin Luo's smile remains light, sensing the underestimation directed towards him. With a swift motion of his short blade, he pivots and drives it through the core of the skeleton commander. A system prompt resounds, declaring his victory on the 11th floor of the Tower of Babel in just 1 minute and 35 seconds, granting him 85 fragments of fate as a first-time clear reward. With 3 years of combat experience from his previous life, these lower-level monsters pose no real threat to Lin Luo. 8 minutes later, he ascends to the 20th floor, where the boss, a level 20 skeleton lord named Tadamir, awaits. Brandishing its colossal sword, Tadamir invokes the skill, Netherworld Summon. Awaken my minions. Return from hell to fight for me. In an instant, countless skeletons of varying levels emerge from the ground. Lin Luo's gaze turns icy. He understands he cannot rely solely on Dark Emperor for this level, as its difficulty far surpasses the previous 19 floors. Over 200 skeletal soldiers or more charge towards him, causing slight tremors in the cave floor. Dark Emperor charges ahead, pulverizing the oncoming skeletal cavalry with powerful punches. Lin Luo swiftly engages the skeleton Lord Tadamir in combat, finding themselves evenly matched. However, while the battle rages on, hundreds of skeletal soldiers have maneuvered around the main battlefield to encircle Lin Luo. Despite his extensive combat experience, the overwhelming number of enemies poses a daunting challenge. Realizing the dire situation, Lin Luo assumes a defensive stance. Though he knows he can eventually emerge victorious, it would likely come at a significant cost. With no other recourse, Lin Luo summons the Master of Wishes. With a resounding and unwavering roar that reverberates throughout the chamber, Lin Luo's declaration echoes with undeniable resolve. I command that Dark Emperor's strikes shall unfailingly find their mark as critical hits until the formidable skeleton Lord Tadamir is vanquished. Responding to Lin Luo's fervent wish, the Master of Wishes swiftly turns to the sacred pages of the Book of Wishes, illuminated by an ethereal radiance that bathes the chamber in a mesmerizing glow, signaling the beginning of an extraordinary manifestation. Moments later, the respectful voice of the Master of Wishes resounds, "Great Master, your wish has been granted." With that assurance, the battle resumes. Fight to your heart's content, Dark Emperor. Your master will ensure your safety, Lin Luo assures. Dark Emperor, invigorated by the newfound surge of restless energy coursing through his veins, unleashes a mighty roar that resonates across the battlefield as he launches himself back into the fray, propelled by the formidable power bestowed upon him by Lin Luo's wish. Meanwhile, the ground trembles ominously as the skeleton lord unleashes its devastating ultimate technique, Shattered Greatsword. Yet its formidable strike proves to be no match for the airborne Dark Emperor, whose heightened agility enables him to evade the sluggish assault with unparalleled finesse effortlessly. After executing its ultimate move, the skeleton lord visibly enters a vulnerable state, albeit briefly, revealing a momentary lapse that proves to be a fatal weakness. Seizing this opportune moment, the Dark Emperor wastes no time unleashing a relentless barrage of powerful blows upon the skeleton lord's helmet. With each precise punch, the Dark Emperor inflicts critical damage of 580 points, causing the damage numbers to soar exponentially. The concentrated assault proves devastating, swiftly overpowering the skeleton lord and leading to its immediate dispatch. Meanwhile, Lin Luo, recognizing the importance of swift action, efficiently eliminates the remaining skeletal soldiers with calculated precision, ensuring their destruction and solidifying victory. You have successfully conquered the formidable challenges of the 20th floor within the Tower of Babel, achieving victory in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. A resounding global announcement resonates throughout the virtual realm. Heartfelt congratulations to Dark Emperor, who stands as the first player globally to single-handedly conquer the daunting 20th floor of the Tower of Babel. In recognition of this remarkable feat, Dark Emperor is bestowed with a prestigious reward, a coveted 10-spin Wheel of Destiny ticket. Strategic in his decision-making, Lin Luo opts to defer the receipt of the reward ticket momentarily, electing instead to continue his journey deeper into the tower alongside Dark Emperor. Leveraging the wealth of memories and expertise from his past life, Lin Luo navigates the treacherous labyrinth of challenges with remarkable agility, advancing swiftly to the 29th floor. Simultaneously, Lin Luo reaches level 15. A system warning alerts him that his level is insufficient, cautioning against proceeding to the 30th floor. Lin Luo responds with a scornful laugh, dismissing the warning. He orders the Dark Emperor to open the door ahead forcefully. As the door swings open, they are confronted by the imposing figure of the Minotaur King, Manhwa. Gazing disdainfully at the approaching Lin Luo, the Minotaur King sneers, his voice dripping with contempt. "Foolish human, do you truly comprehend the peril that awaits you?" Unperturbed by the Minotaur King's taunts, Lin Luo wastes no time engaging in futile banter. Instead, he swiftly sends commands to the Dark Emperor, urging him to go into battle without hesitation. Observing the determined advance of the Dark Emperor, the Minotaur King reacts instinctively, wielding his massive hammer with formidable strength. With a thunderous roar, he blows his weapon ferociously, aiming to crush his adversaries beneath its weight. However, Lin Luo remains resolute, his mind already racing with strategies derived from the wisdom of his past life. Drawing upon his vast reservoir of knowledge, Lin Luo recalls the critical importance of meticulous planning when traversing the tower's perilous floors 21 to 29. Aware that the Minotaur King can summon reinforcements from the monsters previously avoided by players, Lin Luo remains undaunted. He had foreseen this challenge and prepared accordingly, devising cunning countermeasures to navigate the imminent threat. As the Minotaur King unleashes his devastating skill, earth shatter, causing the ground to tremble beneath their feet with the emergence of numerous fissures, Lin Luo seizes the opportune moment. With unwavering resolve, he calls upon the aid of the Master of Wishes again, praying for Dark Emperor's attacks to be imbued with the power of critical strikes, ensuring maximum effectiveness against their formidable foe. After Lin Luo employs his skill, the Minotaur King is momentarily weakened. Dark Emperor wastes no time and launches into a relentless onslaught, each lightning-fast punch inflicting critical damage of 450 points. The Minotaur King's health rapidly diminishes under the ferocious assault. Realizing he's on the brink of defeat, the Minotaur King resorts to his ultimate skill. King's Command, rallying his warriors with a resounding call, "My warriors, heed my command, come protect your king." A gleam of determination flashes in Lin Luo's eyes. He recognizes that the moment for action has arrived. As the battle intensifies, Lin Luo activates a skill previously unknown to Dark Emperor, Seize by Force. With a series of system prompts, Dark Emperor successfully steals several abilities and attributes from the Minotaur King, including the powerful Earth Shatter skill, 1,200 health points, the skill King's Command, and 23 agility points. As the stolen powers transfer to Lin Luo, he experiences a surge of energy, instantly leveling up 3 times to reach level 18. However, the triumph is short-lived as the Minotaur warriors summoned by the Minotaur King arrive on the 30th floor. Reacting swiftly, Lin Luo employs the recently acquired King's Command skill. In a stunning display of the stolen skill's power, all the Minotaurs within the chamber suddenly quiver with unnerving intensity, their once fierce gazes dulling as if drained of vitality. In a mesmerizing display of dominance, they collectively bow before Lin Luo, their imposing forms now rendered submissive under the influence of his newfound command. Meanwhile, within the confines of a foreboding dungeon situated outside the bustling confines of Hang City, a young man unveils a remarkable manifestation of his unparalleled talent. An imposing golden eye emblematic of the legendary SS-tier ability known as the Emperor's Eye. With a mere flicker of his will, the Mushroom King, accompanied by his entourage of formidable allies, obediently prostrate themselves before him, their allegiance unquestionably pledged to his command. Suddenly, a figure emerges from the shadows, interrupting the scene with an air of unassuming confidence. It is Yu Teiji, whose presence seems unaffected by the mesmerizing influence of the Emperor's Eye. With a gentle smile gracing his lips, Yu Teiji addresses the young man, revealing his identity with serene assurance. The young man's expression shifts, betraying a hint of uncertainty as he queries, "Who are you? And why does my Emperor's Eye fail to sway you?" Yu Teiji's smile widens faintly as he replies, "I am Yu Teiji, a being who transcends the confines of time and space." Remaining cautious, High-Tailing's gaze sharpens as he queries, "Why have you sought me out?" Yu Teiji's grip tightens slightly on High-Tailing's wrists as he responds with earnest conviction, "Because I require your unique abilities. You possess the extraordinary talent to command monsters to kneel, a skill crucial for the task at hand." Meanwhile, within the hallowed halls of the Tower of Babel, a scene of unprecedented reverence unfolds as countless Minotaurs, once formidable adversaries, now bow in deference before Lin Luo, their voices united in a resounding chorus of adulation proclaiming him as their great king. Taking advantage of the moment, Dark Emperor harnesses the newfound power bestowed upon him, unleashing the devastating skill Earth Shatter with unparalleled precision. In a flash of unstoppable force, the once respectful Minotaurs are vanquished, their collective demise heralding a wave of experience points that propel Lin Luo to the illustrious level 22. A global announcement reverberates throughout the virtual realm, heralding Dark Emperor's remarkable achievement as the first solo player to successfully conquer the formidable challenges of the 30th floor within the Tower of Babel. Amidst the collective astonishment of onlookers, Lin Luo swiftly navigates through the crowd, his purposeful strides guiding him toward the exit of the tower. Emerging from the Tower of Babel, Lin Luo's mind buzzes with anticipation as he realizes that his newfound level of 20 has unlocked the gateway to his second-class advancement, marking yet another milestone in his extraordinary journey. Exhausted from the grueling trials of the day, Lin Luo finds solace in the comforting ambience of a nearby noodle shop. The arduous ascent through 30 floors within the Tower of Babel has left him physically and mentally drained, prompting a dire need for sustenance before embarking on the daunting task of his assassin's second-class advancement mission. However, his fleeting respite is shattered by a sudden commotion that pierces through the tranquility of the evening. Turning his attention towards the source of the disturbance, Lin Luo's gaze falls upon a group of familiar faces, his former colleagues led by Zhang Wei, whose once amiable facade now appears tainted with a veneer of hostility. Amidst the chaos, a figure kneels on the ground, her desperate pleas for mercy falling upon deaf ears. It is intern Qin Qilin, her once promising future now reduced to naught but a mere shadow of its former self. Zhang Wei, unmoved by her distress, callously delivers a swift kick that sends her sprawling to the ground, a cruel reminder of her diminished status within the group. Eavesdropping on the conversation that unfolds before him, Lin Luo learns of the tragic fate that befell one of their colleagues within the treacherous confines of the Tower of Babel, a fate attributed to Qin Kellen's alleged mistake. Despite her indispensable role as the team's sole healer, her culpability renders her vulnerable to the merciless whims of her former companions. However, Lin Luo remains steadfast in his resolve to remain uninvolved, his decision guided by the bitter memories of past betrayals and mockery endured at the hands of individuals like Qin Kellen. In this altered reality where circumstances have shifted the dynamics of their relationships, his empathy remains elusive, overshadowed by the stark realities of survival. With a heavy heart, Lin Luo watches in silence as Qin Kellen is forcibly dragged away like a discarded plaything, condemned to fulfill her role as the team's healer despite the evident despair that engulfs her. In this cruel world where allegiances are forged and broken by the dictates of necessity, Lin Luo finds himself a mere spectator, resigned to the unyielding cycle of fate that binds them all. Engrossed in discussions about their upcoming expedition into the Tower of Babel's second floor, Zhang Wei and his cohorts are interrupted by the sudden appearance of Lin Luo. With calculated swiftness, Zhang Wei seizes a dish and strides purposefully toward Lin Luo's table, his demeanor instantly transforming into one of false camaraderie. Placing the dish before Lin Luo, Zhang Wei enfolds him in a disingenuous embrace, his words dripping with feigned warmth. "Ah, old collie, where have you been hiding since your unfortunate departure? How I've missed our camaraderie. Tell me, what extraordinary talent have you awakened? Allow me to assist you in harnessing it to attain wealth and success. After all, how else can you hope to prove your worthiness to Wen Yuxi?" Lin Luo meets Zhang Wei's facade with a cold, unyielding gaze, memories of past betrayals serving as a chilling reminder of the true nature lurking beneath false friendship. In a previous life, Zhang Wei eagerly approached him with identical inquiries, only to later use the information against him, humiliating him alongside their peers. Recalling these bitter memories, Lin Luo rises from his seat, unwavering in his resolve, as he curtly declines Zhang Wei's offer, refusing any form of collaboration. Zhang Wei's laughter rings hollow as he mocks Lin Luo's perceived insignificance, ridiculing him for rejecting an alliance. "Do you honestly believe yourself to be an elite like Dark Emperor? A poor kid like you could never attain such heights." As tension peaks, Qin Kellen rushes to Lin Luo's side, desperation evident in her frantic movements as she clings to his leg, tear-filled eyes imploring him to rescue her from her dire circumstances, willing to accept any conditions for salvation from her tormentors. Her cheeks flush with emotion as she grasps Lin Luo's hand fervently. "Brother Luo, please take me away," she pleads. However, Lin Luo, visibly repulsed, swiftly pulls his hand away. "Find someone else. I can assist you," he retorts curtly. Zhang Wei, incensed by Qin Kellen's advances, strides forward angrily. "You shameless woman, flirting with anyone you lay eyes on. Does Lin Luo even possess the ability to rescue you?" He accuses, seizing her hair and yanking it violently, causing her to cry out in pain. Joined by two others, they participate in the ridicule. "What makes you believe Lin Luo possesses such exceptional talents? I dare say I'm even superior." Zhang Wei continues his scornful attack, ridiculing Lin Luo's affection for Wen Yuxi, implying audacity in his admiration for the influential Wen family's daughter. With a smirk, Zhang Wei sneers. "So these two brothers, petty thieves, sheltered by the Wen family, dare to covet Wen Yuxi?" Relentless, Zhang Wei's words deepen Qin Kellen's humiliation. With twisted amusement, he muses, "Had I known the Wen family embraced thieves, I might have visited myself, perhaps even courted Wen Yuxi." Mentioning Wen Yuxi provokes Lin Luo's rage. Through clenched teeth, he warns, "Don't speak her name like that." Unperturbed by Lin Luo's thinly veiled threat, Zhang Wei continues his taunting assault, disparagingly referring to Lin Luo as a delusional fraud with aspirations beyond his station. The insult strikes a nerve, causing Lin Luo's fists to clench instinctively as he struggles to rein in his rising fury. However, Zhang Wei shows no signs of relenting, instead signaling to two individuals from their small group, silently instructing them to mete out punishment to Lin Luo. With a malicious glint in his eyes, Zhang Wei smirked as he invoked the rule of the fist, a clear indication of his intent to teach Lin Luo a harsh lesson for daring to defy him. Menacingly smirking, the two adversaries ready themselves, their attributes from the dungeon empowering their confidence. "This is perfect for testing our skills," they sneer, charging towards Lin Luo with fists raised high. Their voices echo loudly, demanding submission. "Kneel and call us dad if you don't want to die." Unperturbed by their approach, Lin Luo watches their sluggish movements, realizing their speed is no match for him. With ease, he lifts his arms, effortlessly sending them flying. Having lived two lives, Lin Luo comprehends the essence of combat far better than they do, the unwavering rule of the fist. Zhang Wei, taken aback by his comrade's swift defeat, grows incensed and draws a dagger. thrusting it towards Lin Luo. In response, Lin Luo delivers a devastating kick, propelling Zhang Wei through the air. Witnessing their comrade's downfall, the remaining two fighters exchange a glance, fear evident in their eyes. After a moment's deliberation, they kneel before Lin Luo, pleading for his acceptance and offering their loyalty. "Master Luo, please accept us into your team," they implore. Lin Luo's response is cold and unwavering. "I've already told you I don't team up." Despite his refusal, the two continue to beg, prostrating themselves before him. To Lin Luo's surprise, a young man observing the scene from the second floor of the noodle shop catches his attention. It is none other than Bai Hongli, one of his plunder targets and one of the 8 leaders of the 8-headed assembly. Lin Luo pays no heed to anyone and prepares to depart. However, Qin Qilan gazes at him with admiration, declaring, "This is the man I can trust." She seizes Lin Luo's hand, loudly apologizing for her past insults and pledging to make amends tenfold. In an attempt to win him over, she even rubs his hand against her smooth face. Irritated by her actions, Lin Luo swiftly withdraws his hand and departs without a second thought. Qin Qilan watches Lin Luo's departure, her eyes filled with resentment and determination. She vows to exact double the humiliation upon him for his rejection. The two men who were kneeling mock her, saying, "Who do you think you can seduce? Luo's heart is set on Wen Yusi, so save it." Qin Qilan stops pretending and shouts, "How am I less worthy than Wen Yusi? You're not even worthy the carry of her shoes." Suddenly, they feel the energy coming from her. "Weaklings, Lin Luo is gone and you have no protection," they say, attempting to stand. But they find themselves weakened and trembling from being harshly beaten and kneeling for so long. Seeing this, Qin Qilan seizes the opportunity. "Everything you gave me before, I'll give it all back now." She slaps them until they're unrecognizable. Bai Hongli, the discerning leader of the 8-headed assembly, keenly observes Qin Qilan's presence and recognizes the potential she holds. With a nod of approval, he directs his subordinates to extend an invitation to Qin Qilan, acknowledging the guild's desire to diversify its membership with more female players and the potential for gathering information about Lin Luo through her. Filled with a sense of satisfaction from her recent victory, Qin Qilan stands triumphantly over the defeated men, her confidence radiating as she boldly declares, "Sooner or later, I'll also triumph over Lin Luo." Her words, tinged with determination, reflect her newfound resolve to overcome the challenges that lie ahead. Suddenly, Shogang from the 8-headed assembly materializes behind her, his presence unnoticed until he speaks. With a calm and courteous demeanor, he presents Qin Qilan with an invitation to join their esteemed guild. Aware of the 8-headed assembly's formidable reputation and recognizing the opportunity it presents, Qin Qilan wastes no time in accepting the offer and signing the agreement with a sense of determination. As she finalizes her decision, Qin Qilan can't resist a mocking remark aimed at Lin Luo, deriding his perceived shortcomings and poor judgment. With her allegiance now pledged to the 8-headed assembly, she looks forward to the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, confident in her ability to carve out her own path to success. Shogang seizes the opportunity, asking, "Who's this Lin Luo you mentioned?" A resentful Qin Qilan says, "That's the guy who just left. He was a former colleague and emotionally deceived me." Shogang subtly pulls her closer. "Does he have any weaknesses? Maybe I can help you get revenge later." Filled with hatred, she reveals, his weakness is a woman named Wen Yusi. On the other side, Lin Luo strolls on his way to the Class Advancement Guild. Not far behind him, a scout from the 8-headed assembly is closely observing his every move.